what makes muscles grow? Muscles are necessary for a person to perform various actions, maintaining postures, body and tongue movements, breathing, and functioning of the vocal cords. Muscles are part of the musculoskeletal system and can be up to half the total body mass of a person. The strongest muscle in the human body in terms of force created is the chewing muscle. It can place up to 159 pounds of force on the molars, and the hardest working muscle is the heart. Interestingly, scientists from the University of Taiwan created artificial muscles. From what do you ask? From the skin of onions, covered with gold. When given an electrical pulse, these muscles could even lift a ball of cotton. Muscle growth is the process of changing muscle fibers. This depends on regular physical activity combined with proper nutrition and periods for recovery. Although scientifically, talking about muscle growth is incorrect, because the number of muscle fibers is genetically determined and doesn't change much throughout life. Large muscles are a consequence of an increase in the volume of connective tissue and nutrient fluid surrounding muscle fibers. To make a muscle grow, you need to give it a maximum load that hasn't happened before. With intense physical activity, our body receives a signal that more muscle reserves are needed and must be increased to ensure vital activity. Additionally, a maximum load leads to tearing of some muscle fibers and the formation of micro cracks in them. That's why after intense training, you feel pain and fatigue in your muscles the next day. The active process of muscle growth begins 3 to 4 hours after exercise and ends after 36 to 48 hours. The most intensive muscle growth occurs during sleep, so sleep at least 8 hours a day. During the rest period between workouts, damaged muscle cells produce inflammatory molecules, cytokines. Cytokines activate the immune system and begin the process of building up new connective tissue to heal the gaps where muscle fibers tore. As a result of alternating these cycles of damage and muscle recovery, the muscle volume increases. Muscle growth also requires proper nutrition. Muscle building material is protein, so your diet should include plenty of meat, fish, eggs, and dairy products. To get enough protein, athletes also consume protein shakes. Don't forget about carbohydrates before training. The body needs them to build up glycogen stores, the main source of energy for muscles. Muscle growth also depends on age and gender. Guys who have plenty of testosterone in their bodies build muscle much more easily than an 80-year-old grandma. It's also interesting that smiling requires 17 muscles to work at the same time, and if something annoys you and you frown, 43 muscles will be used simultaneously. Therefore, if you want to be more muscular without putting in much effort, you just need to frown more often.
Now you have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punks?
Tell us how often you exercise. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you soon in the next video.